Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I'm going to do a denture video with sex involved. Now, how to have sex with dentures. If anybody has kids by them, please put your headphones in or, watch this at a different time because this is not going to be appropriate for their ears. I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay, so there's many things that I've heard. First, we're going to talk about just sex in general, having dentures. What is more comfortable for you? First, we're going to talk about, the security of the denture. Because we all know there's a lot of moving and vibrations and shit going on with sex. It's not like there's not a lot of movement. So there is. So you got to make sure those are securely in if you're going to have sex with your dentures in. There are many people that don't. A lot of people prefer not to have sex, dentures, while having sex. A lot of people say it feels better for the opposite sex or, fear of, it might fall out. It can fall out. I've actually Googled researched this. People like, how do you have a straight face while researching sex with dentures? It's easy when you want to know the truth and other opinions and medical standpoints and everything. So I'm going to touch basis on some stuff. I am limited to the amount of video space I am allowed to have. When I hit 1,000 viewers, I can do live feeds, scheduled live feeds, so everybody can join in, chime in. We can all talk together and hang out. But until then, since I'm a brand spanking YouTuber, you just get stuck with me. Sorry, guys. My bad. But for the meantime, so here's what it is. If you're bouncing up and down and you're having sex, these things can fall out, especially the bottoms because they're not secure. You have got to use a strong ass hold adhesive if you're going to have them in place, especially if they're your temporary dentures. If they're your temporary dentures and you're still healing, I mean, let's be real. The denture itself is loose, and it can easily fall out. So you want to use adhesive. If you have permanent dentures and they're more stable, you can clearly, if you want more hold, just use Denture Fit. They have the snug up refill that snugs the denture in place. So the top one, I mean, I've seen so many videos. People have amazing suction when they're into their permanent dentures. But as far as temporary dentures go, you need a good hold. So what I like to recommend is the Fix-It Ultra Hold because it is the strongest adhesive out there. No, I'm not sponsored by any means. I'm a new YouTuber. And when you do, say if you do get sponsored by somebody, you have to actually state you're being sponsored. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You will be the first to know if that ever happens, which I doubt it. Again, I'm a newbie. But if you use Fix-It Ultra Max Hold, and what I do to have an even hold on my denture is I actually, first I put it in my entire denture. Then I smear it all around in every crack and crevice. Then I take powder. It could be Polygrip or Fix-It. Honestly, I think they do the same shit, both of them. But you put it on in there on top of the regular adhesive you're using and then shake the excess off, pat the sides, and then pop them in and hold them in place. Keep it there for about a minute. Keep it even, bite down, and you should be good as gold. But just remember, you do not want to have a bloopers edition of sex. So make sure those things are in there, guys. Gotta make sure they're in there. I'm just saying, because those things, I'm just saying, if you're in doggy style and, there's a lot of movement, you don't want your dentures going flying across the room. There's nothing more weirdness to see someone's teeth fly out their mouth or them break on the floor. I mean, that would totally kill my mood to see my dentures shattered. And I'd be like, all right, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, that killed my mood. Not worth the dentures of being ruined. Make sure they're in place, guys. Good holds. Good holds. That is number one. Second of all, people always talk about oral sex. Now, you got to understand when it comes to if you have real teeth. Now, before you even get dentures with your real teeth, when you do have oral sex, you can actually feel it. If you're going to bite down on someone's penis or whatever, using PG words today, till you guys get used to me. But if you can easily end up biting down on someone's penis by accident because you can't feel these at all. You can't. With your real teeth, you can. So when it comes to oral sex, this is where it gets a little dangerous, because when you're first getting dentures, you don't really know your denture. You don't really know the movements. Even like me, there are certain things I feel. Like I always know when I'm like biting on something, or, you know, even when I mess around with my kids and I bite down on their ribs and I just like to make them giggle, I can feel it because I feel the vibrations and the movement up here. Now, with immediate dentures, like I said, guys, you don't, with any of dentures, you don't feel the teeth because they're not your teeth. There's no nerves. In your actual teeth, real teeth, there are nerves in them. In your fake teeth, they're plastic. You don't feel them at all. So, I mean, you gotta freaking be careful because it's nothing but a freaking total buzzkill when you're doing oral sex or giving oral sex, whatever the case may be, and somebody's biting on you. That is not sexy, flat out. So you need to be careful. You know, I spoke to a lot of dentists. Yes, we had conversations to have with the dentist, but they did say, especially with immediates, especially with you healing, they said, first off, do not have any oral sex at all the first like month you're healing, because your sockets are still open. That means the bacteria from their like genital areas are going to get in your sockets, and that's gross. So that's a lot of bacteria. You can end up with a staph infection. They said is actually what they've seen the most happen, is people get staph infections, you know, after getting oral surgery done, you know, 2 weeks after they have oral sex, and they've seen people with staph infections in their gums. So you need to be careful. Don't do oral sex for the first month. But they said in general, you know, oral sex without your teeth, you need to make sure when you are done with oral sex that you completely clean your gums out 100% if you're not going to have your dentures in, because it can cause infections, it can cause yeast, it can cause bacteria, it can cause, you know, I hate to kind of ruin your guys' mood here. Don't watch my video before sex. Well, right before sex. But there are do's and don'ts. You got to understand, with open sockets, you have to be extremely careful. So, I mean, a lot of people do not feel comfortable to actually take out their teeth. You know, it does take time, guys. It does. It takes time for us to get confidence, let alone have our partners feel about us, you know, without dentures. I mean, if you're in a secure relationship, they should love you regardless of what you look like. But it is, you know, kind of weird to even the person that you're absolutely in love with to just see them, you know, one day with teeth, one day without. It is. It is like, wow, you know? So everyone is different. I know a lot of people do keep their dentures in at first when they're having sex. Just make sure you have a good secure hold. Problem is you guys got to understand, for the first, you're not supposed to use adhesive on your gums until your sockets are completely healed, because adhesive doesn't fully come out of the little, like if there's super, super tiny holes, adhesive gets stuck in there and you can't fully get it out or know it's coming out. You can get infections. Again, sorry to be the bearer of bad news and talk about infections during a sex video, but that's what I'm here for, is information, because nobody seems to be talking about this anywhere, and people are afraid to know or even discuss it in denture support groups because they're afraid of what people will say or feel or make comments and make them feel embarrassed. So what's cool about this is you hear me, but you don't have to show your face. You don't have to do any of that. You just watch my video and make fun of me. So that's cool. I'm cool with that. So one, you need an absolutely great secure hold if you're going to have sex. Those bitches are going to come flying out your mouth. That's not sexy. We're going to be real. So, but like I said, the first month, guys, you know, your holes are not closed in your sockets. And if you use adhesive, but you can use adhesive on your palate. That's what I did for the first month. I did, you know, powder adhesive, actually, I did. And then when that wasn't, you know, really working, I used, you know, regular adhesive, the fixed end scope. And then I put a little powder on top. Make sure it doesn't get on the socket parts. If you are freshly new to getting dentures and you're still in the socket healing phase. I mean, I'm 3.5 months in and my back sockets still aren't fully healed. And that sucks. I actually dig out the adhesive and I got to make sure that's clean. I take a mirror. I'm like examining my gums all the time. It's weird. But on the sex part, a lot of people, again, when it comes to oral sex, guys, you have to be careful. Say your sockets are completely healed. It is completely up to you and your partner how you feel without having dentures in. I know to begin with, a lot of people keep them in. But like I said, guys, make sure it's a secure hold because it is not attractive to see teeth go flying. And not for nothing, it would not have to do with my partner. I'd be like, holy shit, did I break my dentures? Like, I would care more about my dentures than fucking having sex because these are my freaking dentures. I paid a shit ton of money for them. And again, they're not that easy to replace in the middle of quarantine. Kind of can't replace them. So if you're going to have sex with caution. I do know a lot of people that say, they like having sex without dentures because their partner says it feels good because you don't have any teeth. It's just gum on their genitals and it's softer and smoother. And I know people don't like me saying this, but wetter. So, but again, if you don't want to hear a sex video about dentures, do not watch this video. Give you a heads up to begin with, but I'm going to tell you again. I'm going to be real. So it's just how it works. But again, there are a lot of people that say it feels way better without dentures. But you also have to know that if you're going to wear your dentures until you're secure and everything is all good, you want to be cautious. It's not like, with our real teeth, we knew, we felt and we did all that. We can't feel our freaking fake teeth, guys. So you have to be careful. When you're actually giving oral sex, be very, very careful that you're not scraping them. I mean, if you pressed hard enough, yeah, you'd feel the denture. But even if it lightly grazes it, that's going to scare the shit out of somebody that's receiving it. They can be like, whoa, buddy, that's teeth. Mm-mm. So be careful. You just got to think like more involved into it. You got to really think when you're doing it. You got to be like, crap, I don't want to bite them. Don't bite them. It's not cool. So be careful. And, I mean, there's not a whole lot to dentures and sex. A lot of it is emotional and mental when it comes to your security. People ask, is it normal to not want to take your teeth out and be intimate with somebody you love? It's completely normal. You just got your teeth removed. And, you guys can have conversations. It does 100% help if you take out your dentures, just daily, everyday stuff and they get used to you. That makes it a lot easier. And you just go right into the whole having sex without dentures. I mean, you don't even think about it because he or she could be used to you without dentures by, just say you just got up in the morning and your dentures aren't in and you're sitting talking, having coffee or doing whatever. They're already used to you not wearing dentures. So by the time you have sex, again, and you're comfortable, not having dentures isn't going to even faze anyone. So it's actually really both of you being secure enough to be without, dentures to begin with. I was insecure about, not wearing dentures in front of certain people the first week. And then I was like, pull off the fucking Band-Aid. Because if I'm in a household with people, they're going to need to see me without teeth. I don't want to feel like, I'm insecure in my own home. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like I have to hurry up and run to the bathroom and, or, keep my denture in all the time and risk screwing up my mouth and hurting my jaw and gums and causing pain, having them in 24/7 because I'm afraid what they might think of me. I look at it this way. If that person truly loves you, they're going to accept you no matter what. They might need time to adjust, which is completely normal, but they still love you and respect you, teeth or not. Teeth don't make you. It doesn't change who you are as a person. It can make you more humble. Once you lose your teeth, you see things differently. Like say if you had perfect teeth, right? Perfect natural teeth. Your normal teeth was perfect. And you see people without teeth or messed up teeth. People's first initial reaction, guys, is that they do drugs. That's always people's first initial reaction because that's one of the biggest signs of meth is bad teeth. Like, that's number one. But now that we lost our teeth from all different varieties of reasons, so many different varieties. It could be autoimmune, it could be, meds, it could be, bad hygiene, it could be anything that could have caused this. And now that we're humbled and we've been in those shoes and now we feel it, we're more humble and more sensitive and more understanding to the needs of that person. So, I mean, if you want to be without dentures, talk to your partner. Be like, hey, is this cool? If, we could try it. If it make you feel comfortable not to have the light on, don't put the light on. Everything is baby steps, guys. You don't understand that. Baby steps. I mean, some people are like, hey, I don't care. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But like I said, it's a lot freaking easier when they've seen you without your dentures throughout the day or, day by day or whatever. So when you do have sex, you go straight into without, having dentures in while having sex. But, there are people that themselves don't feel comfortable. But it does take time. You will. Just know that, it could take a month. It could take a few months, 6 months to a year. But if you do wear your dentures, you just got to realize that there are things to look out for. The one biggest thing is security on your dentures. You need to have an amazing hold or you're going to break those bitches or you're going to have sex bloopers. So I don't think you guys want either one of those. So mess with your adhesives in the daytime. This is the best thing I could do because you don't want to try a new adhesive out and then you have sex and things go flying out or they come out. Like you feel them slipping and they're like in your mouth while you're having sex and you're like trying to keep them in and they're still sliding down. And that's just fucking killed sex. So what you do is in the daytime, try out the adhesives, put the paste with the powder and, try a day, you eat whatever, and it doesn't move. You're good to go for sex. Flat out. And you know how I know that the Ultramax, for me, my opinion, the Ultramax and the powder works great together is because I can eat 3 meals a day and they have never moved. They don't move. I could drink hot coffee. They don't move. I even try to rinse my mouth out with hot water at nighttime and it takes 10 minutes now to get these out. So that's why I normally do the scope one because it gives a medium hold. This one is hardcore hold. They're not kidding when they say max hold. But if you guys have any comments, certain things you want answered. But do know that if you are in beginning stages, guys, and I'm being serious, if you are in beginning stages with immediate dentures and your sockets have not healed, first of all, if you're in the first week and you still have stitches in your mouth, don't freaking have oral sex, guys. Come on. You can rip a stitch. You're risking dry socket. You're risking infections. Don't do that. If you do it, 3 weeks, stitches are out, no risk of dry socket. You need to make sure that when you're done having sex, you take your butt into the bathroom, brush your gums, clean it really good, not hard in case, they're still sensitive, but clean them really good. Use a good antiseptic oral rinse because you do not want to get germs and bacteria inside your sockets. So you have to I understand when you're spur in the moment of having sex, you don't really think about this stuff. Nobody brings it up. People should I wear dentures? Should not? First of all, the decision of wearing dentures and not wearing dentures is totally up to you and your confidence level and how you feel emotionally, and how comfortable your partner is. Because if they don't really want, even if somebody doesn't want you to wear your dentures and they're afraid that you're going to wear your dentures and bite them or something, or they're going to fly out during sex, that can kill their mood in the middle of sex thinking about it. And vice versa, if you take out your denture and they're not used to it and they're not sure of the feel and they're not comfortable quite yet, that can kill the mood. So you definitely want to have this conversation with your partner, with your spouse, with whoever you're having sex with. And you need to just make sure, everybody's cool with whatever, because there should be no surprises. That's going to suck. Please don't break your dentures, guys. That would suck. And it would suck even more, if you're having sex and they're coming out of your mouth and you're trying to hold it in while have sex. That's not sexy. At all. But again, you can get infections. You got to be careful. You can end up breaking your denture, which would totally freaking suck. So you want to be careful. This video is 20 minutes. I can't go into too much detail or start another topic because it'll cut me off and that would totally suck. But if you guys have any comments or certain things you want answered, please let me know. Somebody did ask me about lubes, flavored lubes and all that. That will be in the next video if it's safe for our dentures or not. Each one's different between water-based and, there's all kinds of different ones. But that will be in the next video for the next time I do one. And if you guys have any comments, questions, anything whatsoever, put it down below. You put it down below. I'll put it up into my next video when I do it. You have time. There's a few days in between. So have at it. You want my email? It's byrnes1223@gmail.com. I also put it in the description down below all the time. You want to see all my other videos and my new sex with dentures video that will be coming out in like about 5 days-ish. Just subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You want to be in on this? You got to subscribe. Subscribe. Don't forget, I do have a Facebook page now called Denture Support Group. Easy friggin' peasy. So nobody was like, wait, what? Because I seen one that was like a freaking like sentence long. I'm like, geez, people. But Denture Support Group. Like I said, you'll see like an abstract, a bunch of teeth, and it's all multicolored. You'll see all that. Just join, come on in, have some fun, talk about whatever. And again, anything you guys want to know about anything to do with sex or whatever for that video, don't forget to comment below or email me at any given time. If you're too shy to comment below, just email me. Everybody else does. You're not alone, and you're definitely not bothering me. That's what I'm here for. But again, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Hit the bell button, click all, and then you get all my videos. And as soon as when I put one out, you get told. Have a good day, all. God bless and stay safe.